welcome to the Black Sheep Props channel. I'm Steve and I'm here to teach you the tips, tools, techniques, and materials for building your very own super cool EVA foam props. Now in our last build we went video game when we rocked the great big doom hammer from World of Warcraft. Man, that thing was epic. Lots of fun, and if you missed that video, we're going to include the link in the description below for our channel's homepage so you can go there and check out Doom Hammer or any of our other builds you might have missed. So now for this build we're going to go sci-fi, and this is possibly the #1 most iconic item in the sci-fi universe. I'm sure a lot of people would argue, but if this isn't the top one, this is way the heck up there. So, without further ado, Black Sheep Props would like to introduce you to the newest member of the family. That's right, Luke Skywalker's lightsaber. Dig that, kids. Man, is this thing cool. Check it out. Super shiny metallic silver paint and really shiny metallic copper paint. Really fun. We've got the metal clip on the back for hanging from your robe. We've got this center coil-like section that's got the ridges down the middle. A lot of circle details to create this whole front end. We mask it off a lot to get the exact kind of paint look that we want. Super cool. So in this episode, making an EVA foam lightsaber part 1, we're going to begin going step by step through how to make this elegant weapon. And if you want to build along with us, we've got a template for this thing too, so we're also going to include the link to our storefront in the description below. So if you want to go pick up a template, build along with us, you can. Or like we always say, heck man, if you don't want to do anything, you just want to lay around and veg and just watch, that's cool too. So, if you're ready to hit it, let's make something. All right, there we go. Simple. There's all of our paper templates transferred over to our different thicknesses of foam, and now we talk about this every time we build, that you're going to go through various thicknesses of foam. And again, a lot of times it's up to you. You decide how thick you want to do things. And you can buy all of the different thicknesses of foam from several different places. I buy all my foam from TNT Cosplay. Go check them out. You can get any millimeter thickness you want. And unlike the floor mat foam, it's smooth on both sides, which is awesome. All right, so anyway, we've got everything from 2mm, 3mm, 4, 6, 10, a lot of 12, some thick 18 and a thick 24-inch. So remember what we always say, if you can't buy foam this thick, just buy regular foam and you can stick it together with contact cement and layer it up to get the thickness that you want. But we have a lot of our measurements drawn out. We don't have final lengths cut yet because we're going to measure to get the exact diameter to wrap around our dowel. Well, that's another thing, is we're going to be building all of this on a wood dowel so that it's stiff when we build it. So we're going to be wrapping around the dowel like we did on the handle when we did the Doom Hammer. And also, just like when we did the Doom Hammer, we're going to have a lot of circles that we're going to be coming in with a Forstner bit. And we're going to be drilling out the hole that's a little bit smaller than the dowel so that everything slips on nice and tight. So that's it. Pretty simple. A lot of simple cuts. This should be a simple build. Alright, so what we're going to build first is we're going to build the little box with the buttons on it that goes up on the side of the handle of the lightsaber. So we've got all of our pieces. Now what we're going to do is, most of these are just simple straight cuts. We're going to be using our X-Acto knife and our box cutter, but this thick 1-inch piece we're going to be cutting twice. Now you've seen us do this before, and what I mean by twice is this, is we have our piece drawn out. This is our top view of our piece. Here's the side view of our piece right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in with the bandsaw and we're going to cut this curve first. And then after we cut the curve, we're going to lay it down and we're going to make these 2 cuts. We're going to have a nice piece to build, and the reason we're doing the curve is because the round lightsaber, this is going to have to stick on the round lightsaber, and the rounded curve is going to make that happen perfectly. So we're going to step over to the bandsaw, we're going to cut out this curve on the bandsaw. All right, there we go. Look at that. Perfect. Nice round cut. Now what we need to do is we just need to transfer our lines over to this side so we know what we're going to be cutting. There's one there. And let's transfer our line over. Okay, right there. All right, there's our two lines. All right, there we go. We transferred our line over. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come in with our box cutter, and we're going to go right through our piece at a 90-degree angle, just like that. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, look at that. Now, that's what we wanted right in there. So when we stick it down, it's going to be flush on there just like that. That is cool. All right. All right, now we're going to cut our two pieces that we're going to attach to the top of this piece. So we've got them marked out. There we go. Gonna go right on there. Perfect. We're gonna get this tight and smooth for gluing. Give it a couple minutes before we make contact. All right, here we go. Now we just want to make sure that we line it up flush with the edge. There we go. We want a nice flush edge, and I mean flush. We don't want to see any gap right there because this is going to be really visible. Look at that. That's going down nice. See that? You just take your time. Okay, look at that. That's crazy. There's no gap there. That's why we needed to take our time and go really slow, because that's going to be visible from the side. And now it's nice and flush. Now we're just going to spin around. We're going to do the exact same thing on this side. That's tight right there. Woo. All right, there we go. Look at that. Sweet. All right, now we're going to come in and we're going to cut these two little triangle details out of 3mm foam. Really easy. Just come in with our X-Acto. Just like that. Let's see what we got. Ooh, look at that. That is a sweet little detail right there. All right, there we go, just like that. They're gonna go right there. So this is gonna be really easy. What we're going to do is we're gonna take these off for a second. We're gonna heat the side of our piece so that it's tightened. Now we don't wanna hit it too hard because we don't wanna separate the glue right here. We're gonna come in, we're just gonna hit real fast like that on both sides. There we go. Put a little super glue down. Hold it down while it bonds, and ta-da! A tiny little bit of squeeze out there. Not a problem. All right, now we're going to come in and we're going to cut our two little buttons out of 4mm foam. There we go, nice, clean. Straight through, there we go. All right, there we go, just like that. We're gonna hit this bottom edge right where we're gonna cement. Just like that, nice and easy. There. Just like that. All right. There we go. Now we're going to come in, we're going to line it up right with that line. All right, there we go. Look at that. Nice little piece. Very nice. All right, we're going to begin cutting out all of our circles that we're going to be layering up for the cool details on the end of the lightsaber. What we're going to see that? Perfect. Stand your knife up so you can pivot around your circle, and it's that easy. Now we're going to do this one. That easy. All right, now we're going to go knock these out on the bandsaw. All right, there we go. There's our circles. Like we said, we cut the 4mm out with an X-Acto knife, and then we cut these thicker ones out on the bandsaw. All right, now we're going to come in with our 220 sanding stick because we want to get off those bandsaw marks. Now we're going to come in with our 320. It's even smoother. Tighten these up. All right, there we go. Beautiful. Nice and sealed and tightened up. These are going to go together really nicely. Perfect. All right, here we go. We've got our stack here. And we've got our stack here, and we have our crosshairs marked, and we transfer the lines all the way to the sides so we know what we're doing when it comes time to stick it down. We know all we have to do is line up our crosshairs when we're gluing, just like that. And we know it's going to be down right smack dab in the center, which is what we want. So we're going to, all right, let's make sure we're lined up. Looking good. All right, there we go. All right, there we go. Give it a few minutes and then bam, contact. Now we've got our lines already drawn on here, so it should be super easy to stick this down. Just like that. All right, there we go. Nice. We're going to get our line stuck down, but don't touch the rest of it. So you want to come around, make sure we're right inside our Sharpie lines. And it looks like we are. Look at that. All right, there you go. There's our two stacks that are going to go on our lightsaber. Okay, now what we're going to do as we're getting our drill out, we're going to drill our hole through these pieces. Now, this is a little bit dangerous because if we don't go straight through and we come out on an angle and the hole that comes out of this side is not right in the center, it's not going to sit on the pole the right way. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a sacrificial piece of foam down underneath here. We're going to try to come straight in. Let's try to do it. Here we go. Nice, not bad. Looks pretty good. Now we're going to do the same thing on this little piece here. All right, there we go. That's awful darn close. Let's double check. We've got 1 and 2. Oh, we're a hair off, but 1/16 of an inch, but no one will notice. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to increasingly use a bigger bit. You've seen us do this before. We're going to go up in size. There we go. Now our hole's already drilled, so we're going to come right through here like this. All right, even larger. Hold on, I had a glove blow out. All right, telling you, mayhem ensues when you're building props, boy. Gloves are breaking. All right, here we go. We're gonna get the big boy in here. Let's go through here. There we go. Now going through here. Okay, there's our mark. How far we're going to slide this piece on right down there to that mark. We got a slight little bit of contact cement on there. Now we're going to slide it right down to our mark, which is right there. And then we're going to rotate it around. So what we're doing right now is we are smoothing, we're smearing the cement all around the pole. Now the cement that we smeared around it is now on the pole, and it's a little bit around the inside of our piece. Now what's going to happen is the moisture content in the contact cement is going to evaporate in a couple minutes, and those two will stick together. But it is. Now what we did was we wrapped a piece of the same diameter foam around our handle so we could measure how long it's going to be. And remember, slightly tip our knife. We're going to cut a slight bevel on that side. And we're going to tip our knife and cut a slight bevel on that side. Slide right through there. All right, now, see what we did? We have a bevel cut on this end and a bevel cut on this end. And the reason... Get some on the ends because they're going to have to touch together. Give it a few minutes. We're going to stick our foam down just like that. All right, now we've made contact. Now slowly wrap it. Just get this side down. Now this is why we cut the bevel cut. All right, so we're in a good spot now. Now we want to make sure that we line the tip of our, see that? Just like that. Ooh, man, is that nice. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to make sure we get good contact all the way around. Man, oh man, that is sweet. Here. And we're going to slide this in. Now what we're doing is we're spinning it around so it's getting cement on the pole. Extra piece of foam here to get some of that glue off because we don't want to be able to see that. Okay, now what we did is we cut off some of the end of this on the bandsaw because that's as far as we want it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come in and we're going to wrap this with foam and we're going to cap it off. All right, now we measured our little piece of foam. It's going to wrap right around the end of here to cover that dowel. There we go. We've got cement on the dowel and cement on our piece and cement on the two ends so they can connect together. Give it a few minutes and then bam, contact. All right, we got it started. All right, now we're going to come into the end. We've got our end piece coming in. All right, there we go. Now we're going to cut a little circle for the end, cap it off. Right. We used our circle template to measure the perfect size for there. There we go. That's going to come in. Bam, it's going to go right on there on the end, perfectly. We're going to heat seal it before we glue it. Give it a couple minutes. Nice and easy. We're going to come in. Bam! There we go. The wood dowel is hidden. All right, here we go. We cut our neck strip. And we did the same thing. We measured first, so we know it's going to be the right length. We beveled the ends. Now we're going to make our mark, and we're going to contact cement. Look at that. Whoa, getting cool. Now we're gonna wrap one more little strap around the inside here. So we're gonna measure that and wrap that next. All right, we measured it, so we know it's the right length. We're gonna mark it so we can glue it. We're gonna... All right, there we go. Now we're just gonna follow it all the way around. All right, there we go. Check it out. Man, is that cool. All right, we're gonna come in with a little quick seal, which is perfect for filling in gaps. We're gonna get a piece just like this, and we're going to all right, there we go. We filled our gap in with quick seal. Now we're gonna let it dry and move on with some other stuff, but we're gonna come back around later and even it out even more. All right, there it was. So far, so good. We've been taking our time, meticulously measuring out and marking for our center points so that we line all these circled details up together so it looks symmetrical. And the whole thing's being built on a wood dowel. A little bit of a slow start because there's a lot of measuring, a lot of being careful up to this point, but so far so good. And our next episode, making an EVA foam lightsaber part 2, we're gonna knock out the whole rest of the build. So a lot of cool stuff coming in part 2. So that's it. That concludes making an EVA foam lightsaber part 1. Hope you liked it. If you did, give us a like, share us with a friend, and subscribe to this channel. And together we're gonna go step by step through a lot more super cool builds so that you get the props you deserve. Thanks for coming. See you next time. Zzz.